Righto, been having a bit of a go. I've discovered a couple of little holes in either corner. And we're here with a wire wheel, so a smear of bog went in. It happens. And just a touch of primer just to cover him up. And then a wire wheel to shoot out of the window opening where it was a little bit scaly and put some sealer in it. And I rust converted it and then just painted it with that underbody stuff we put on the floor just to keep it in nice and sealed and away from moisture, etc, etc. Done the same with the front one. Front one's got a bit of scaly stuff on him, but there's no major holes or anything there. So as you can see, we've got the interior back in the big girl too. Some new carpet. And we'll continue on. Just going to start cleaning this rubber up. Done the glass. Bit of caro. Always found the best. So we'll give it a crack and I'll show you when I'm done. But yeah, a bit of caro always does the job, softens the rubber up a little bit and gets rid of most of the crap off it. So we'll have a crack. Alright, that's the rear screen in. Lock and mold's always fun. We'll clean up the rest of the sealant on the inside when it dries up a bit. So it's got a bit of a skin on it and we can just pick it off. Yeah, the outside a bit of a clean, but I'll clean the rest of him up when the sealant goes off. Put the bloody moulds back on now. Beautiful. Alright, I'll get this mould back on now. So you can see I've got it assembled in one piece all around the window. We'll go around and just push him on the clips now. I did have to save a couple of them clips from another car. There was a couple that were shit house that wouldn't hold the mould back on. So we'll see how we go. Alright, got our moulds back on. Just a little bit of pushing and shoving and tapping here and there, and she's all on. And the louver. I'll have to go and order some new louver locks for it. I think that's got to happen myself. Yeah, I think so, for sure. Alright, we'll carry on. Alright, gonna knock the screen off out of the old wagon. It's a good laminated screen. The one that was in the other car's only safety glass. I found it out of one of the old wrecks when it turned up here. So, and this rubber's already cactus, so we'll just cut him out, avoid any chance of breakage, and we'll be good to go. Give him a good clean up and drop him in the other one. Beautiful. Okay, so I just found a spare hire on the yard art. I'll be having that. All right, better get stuck back into this. I think I'm down to 4 days or something, and we've still got to do the brakes in the front end and then get everything working. So looking at these rear drums, going to be a bit of fun to get off. But we'll get onto it. Put some new rear brakes, new rear shocks and that. Should be right. Well, that wasn't too bad. Got them off. And yeah, that one's dry. But this one around here, we found the leaky one. There she is. Anyway, we'll clean him up, put some new gear in there. Beautiful. Right, she's back on the ground. New wheel cylinders fitted, rear's adjusted, it's bled up. She's got brakes. Beautiful. Then put the correct wheel nuts on when I put the wheels back on this time. It did have them ones on it, just to hold them on. So anyway, sorted now. We'll we might put him back in on the concrete now. He's all bled and cleaned up, and so we can drop the tank out and throw some new rear shocks and that on him. We'll have a go. Alright, brakes are done. We'll drop the tank out and see if we can get him running off our own pot. Throw some new rear shocks in while we're there. Beautiful. Okay, just dropping the tank out. Got that big bugger off. I've only got this far and I'm not liking the look of it because it was a gas car. Who knows how long since this tank's been used. And like I said, I've gotten this far and I'm not liking the look, but we'll keep going. See what we find. Yeah, Tavos everywhere. Odd shocks, you gotta love it. But anyway, we knocked them air shocks out while we were in there, and I picked up some new old stock Munros. I think they're 96s. We'll see how they go. They come cheap from Clean Bin Swap, I think. But anyway, we'll throw them on and see what they're like. Well, actually, I'll take the clamps off and give them a feel and see what they're like. And then we'll throw them on. All right, cool. Okay, we got the tank out of him. Actually, looks really good. You're probably not going to be able to see down in there, but there's a little bit of brown on the bottom of it, like it's not rust, it's just like where the fuel's dried up, the look of it, on the bottom of the tank. Other than that, it looks pretty mint in there. So I didn't really have to pull it out, but now it's out, we'll just give him a bit of a clean out and whack him back in and she'll be good to roll. Beautiful. Coming up and over the pressure washer, but it's not as clean as I first thought, so giving a bit of a blast out. Bit of hardened red dirt or something like that. Alright, so after a good clean, our tank is not so bloody great. So I'd imagine rubbish is sat in that little well, because that's the bottom of the tank obviously, and that's where the moisture's got into and she's gone a bit rusty. I'm glad I discovered it now rather than putting it back in the car and have it leak and carry on. So I've had a look around. I don't have another decent tank. Might give the old JB World a crack and see how we go. Yeah, we'll clean this up and put a bit on him and fingers crossed. Alright, front end time. It doesn't appear to be incredibly worn, but all the boots are buggered and rubbers are average, so we'll new ball joints, bushes, tie rod ends, idler arm, pitman arm, radius rod bushes. I think we got that there in the box from our friends at Peak Auto Parts on eBay. They're great, they look after you. So alright, we'll get into it. Let's do it. Righto, full front ends out. Now we'll hit him with some new bushes and stuff. Chassis rail is nice and solid. It's good to see. Yeah, lovely. So we'll get into him. Bushes and ball joints. I might give them a blast first. Clean them up a little bit. Can't help myself. Alright, keep on to it. Alright. New bushes and ball joints fitted. Okay, bushes in there. There's a new pitman arm. Tie rod ends are fitted. New ball joints there. Radius rod bushes. Other sides the same. New bushes fitted up. Ball joints fitted up. Tie rod ends. This thing was dodgied up with an early small bolt idler. These cars have got a big bolt in them after, I don't know, I think it was 78, 79, something like that. But they've got the big bolt. Luckily our idler arm come with a new bolt, because this thing had been dodged up with washers and packers and a small bolt tightened up within an inch of its life. And yeah, we'll correct that while we're going. So luckily enough, my tyres turned up today, so we can, I fitted up the two front ones, and one of the old ones I put on the other mag for a spare. The other two are there to go on the rear. So we're smashing it out, and then we've got the issue with the tank. So we've got some of this stuff. So I've cleaned him all up. Once I've cleaned it up, it looks bloody shocking. So yeah, not impressed, but I've hunted everywhere and I've got nothing better. So I'll give this JB tank weld stuff a crack and yeah, see how he goes. I suppose that's about all we can do. I'll give it a run and throw it back in and see if she leaks. Because it's only the well. What's happened, that little well in the bottom of the tank, there's crap sat in there, and yeah, anyway, we'll see how we go. Okay, here's the steering box out of the big girl. It's beyond use. It needs a rebuild or something like that. We've I don't know if you can see that or not, but you can certainly hear it. There's no more adjustment left in the thing. She's cactus. So we'll go and find another. Alright, our steering box is cactus, so I've gone down and found one in this old VJ that's a bit better, because the one that's in the CM, it can't be used. So we'll dig this one out and give him a clean up and an adjust up and put a pitman arm on it, and away we'll go. Beautiful. Alright, so this is it. Can you tell it come out of a shearer's car from out west? Anyway, we'll give her a clean up. Alright. Got him cleaned up a bit. Another pitman arm on him, bolted in. As you can see, the rail in this thing is great. Really good. Yeah, that's always a bonus in a Valiant. Okay, got the right hand side back in. Beautiful, just got to sort something out with the sway bar now. Check out, the mount's actually broken. We'll sort that out now, and the front end will be good to go. Beautiful. Alright, we're getting there. Front end's all done. Found a sway bar. Fitted up the rear tyres just then. Gave the spare a clean so it's ready for the boot. We just might get there, you know. It's yeah, still a bit of work involved, but we just could get there. So yeah, we put a sway bar on, cured that broken mount, got that sorted, and yeah, we'll keep into him. Hopefully we can have him ready for rego Monday morning, booked in for a wheel alignment Tuesday morning, and then a week to nut it out before we drive him to Sydney. See how we go. This gear is cured. He's rock hard. Hopefully it seals the leak. We might put him, put him on some horses and give him a little test before he goes in the car, I think. See what happens. All right, it's test time. We'll put a litre of juice in this and see how we went. Fingers crossed, no drips. Anyway, I'll get some juice in him. Okay, just put a bit of fuel in him. A little well's full, you can't see in there, but well, you can nearly see. A little well is full in there. And we're still dry for the minute, so I'll leave him sitting there for a while, and hopefully when I come back there's no drips on the floor. Fingers crossed. Okay, I just pulled the dash pad on the big girl. I want to replace the demist vents. As you can see, they're cactus. But the duct tape and that they had on here, it was all taped to the dash and everything to hold the demister hose in. When you don't want your demister hose to fall out, or you want to reroute it maybe for the aircon, I have no idea. But yeah, just smother her with duct tape. Should be right. Beautiful. All right, demister vents are in. Beautiful. And I figured while I had the crash pad off, I'll nut out the wipers. So we had no windscreen wipers, and I just went and pulled a motor out of the box out there. She's a goer. So while I got the crash pad off, I swapped the wiper motors over, and we'll have windscreen wipers. It's yeah, it's looked on as needed, so we'll get them working. Cool. Just getting everything working while I'm in here stuffing around behind the dash. Put the wiper motor in, the wipers are cracking now. And check this out. Hornet's nest behind the glove box lock. They get in everywhere, do they? Unreal. Anyway, keep going. Alright, here's an exciting part. We've got the new louver locks. I just cleaned the rear glass. We'll chuck him on. Awesome. Oh, look at that. Hey? That sort of style just makes it all worthwhile. Nice. Alright, last day today. Better have a bit of a crack. She goes to rego at 8:30 in the morning. We've still got no fuel tank. We've still got a leaky carburetor. I think windscreen washers. I had to stuff around with the electrical and everything last night. Took a while, but everything's working. We had a blinker issue and ended up being in the rear loom on the right hand side. So, but that's working now. But yeah, like I said, fuel issues today. Tank, carburetor, and windscreen washers is the only other thing I think that can stop it from passing rego. So we'll see how we go. We'll get into it. Okay, so just a look in here. There's still fuel in the well in the bottom in there, and still dry as a bone under there. So hopefully we've had a bit of success. We'll whack him back in and see how we go. It's been sitting there since yesterday. We might be right. Righto, tank's back in. We'll see how we go. Fingers crossed. Alright, a little bit of something. Got our fuel lines hooked up. She's running from her own tank, which is a great thing. It's got fuel in it. And it doesn't appear to be leaking. So, fingers crossed. The old JB tank well does its job. We can only hope. Keep at it. Alright, I think we're done. Not out a few more little things. Got the windscreen washer motor working, battery strap, don't know, cleaned up the inside a little bit. You can see, doesn't come up too bad. And yeah, we'll take her in for rego tomorrow, I guess. Put the boot carpet and everything in. Pretty good. Fuel tank's still dry, more than that. And that's about her. See how we go. We'll go and put her on the trailer and run her into town in the morning. Beautiful. Alright, she's loaded, ready for rego. As usual, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share it around, and have a good one. Cheers.